yes, I'm dropping weights. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stopping great. These dudes is out sock puffing and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silence, you're talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop, or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch. You wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, see more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV. Step on my soul,
just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like a muscle.
yeah.
Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Step on my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like a muscle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Peace and blessings, family. How are you doing today? You know, I have been wrestling with my vulnerability, being open with people and and being able to just speak how I feel. But I realized one thing is that number one, I am a spiritual warrior, and I'm doing the best that I can to hold it up for not only myself, when deeply I should only think about myself and heal myself, but I'm also in the spiritual battle for other people. Today's title is Being a Spiritual Warrior for Yourself and Others isn't the easiest. It takes a lot of energy and strength. And that's a statement. That is a statement for everyone that has awakened to their journey. Because as you begin to go through your life now, once you've been able to put on the once you have been greeted and put on the magic glasses, when your ancestors have said, okay, now you're ready, here, now you're not able to take these glasses off ever. Okay, if you listen to the early morning show, I talked about being vulnerable, right? A big part of our of those that have waken up, we are learning how to be vulnerable, learning how to evolve in our spiritual state, learning that we have to give balance to both sides, light and dark, right? And when things feel like they're so weighted down that when it's time to pray, we instantly go into battle, you know, and especially now. because everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with the heart, the mind and the heart. And once you turn, you have put on these glasses, you have to learn how to be vulnerable on all levels. And at the same time, there are times that you are careful with saying what you have to say. And then also choosing within the battle of how things come out, right? That's including when you are praying for other people, being around other people, and letting other people know how you really feel about them. Um, Understand one thing about your journey that I think a lot of us fail at is dealing with self first, because we have this tendency of always um helping others. It doesn't matter what that help is that we're so used of helping others to the point that we don't totally help ourselves. um and learning how to be s- somewhat strict in that area of taking care of self first. Learning not to be codependent on others, but learning how to evolve in your journey. Okay, because there's so many levels of codependency that a lot of people are truly afraid to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, when you need somebody else's energy to validate what you need and what you want. um what happens is you begin to drain other people, and it's not good. Okay, it doesn't matter what level of life it is, doesn't matter what area of life it is. When you are codependent on someone else, that codependency drains another individual, and without knowingly doing it, it could damage friendships, it could damage family members, it could also damage yourself. You get what I mean? Excuse me, I got Mountain Dew. I'm not really supposed to be drinking Mountain Dew, but sometimes I can't, this is my shit. Plus, Fanta is, I'm learning how to get over my little addictions of sugar. But hey, this is balance for me. Okay. Later on, I'm gonna be drinking some tea. Okay. But I was a little hungry. I decided to get some Mountain Dew. So hey, it was my choice. See, this plays along with um dealing with your vulnerability as a spiritual warrior. And you got to learn how to balance things out. Sometimes it's okay to indulge in the things that you like, um, and not feel punished about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think when people have spiritual friends, they don't really realize that there is a heavy battle that they deal with each and every day, and it's the struggle of uh, number one, being vulnerable; number two, being open; number three, just telling it like it is. Because let me tell you, some words cut just like a knife, and they hurt. They are very piercing, um, especially in an environment where energy can cause you to be negative. Even if you have a good heart, it could cause you to be negative and you didn't mean to be negative. It just came out that way. Um, and it could harm somebody else. You know what I mean? And, through my own experiences with helping people, it's because I learned how to help myself first, right? Like at one point in time, there was a time where I felt like I needed help from other people. And maybe still do, but there has been a time where I had to break a cycle of, let's say, borrowing money. I had a very bad cycle of that, right? And then one day something just like got into me. Because when you borrow money from people or you ask for help from other people, not all, but some go to talking bad about you. You know what I mean? And one day I just got into my mind and just said, look, we got to stop asking people for help because you haven't given yourself enough chances to do it on your own. And when I woke up to that, from that day forward, I made it my business not to ask it for any help. But let me say this: asking for help, not asking for help, is very unhealthy. Okay, it could be very unhealthy because, like I said, in your spiritual walk, you have to be able to balance things out, and some things can be unhealthy. Even when people think that solitude is unhealthy for an individual, um, people call that a lot of times self-sabotaging. Sometimes it's not self-sabotaging, it's separating your energy away from everybody else's energy. Not everybody positive. A lot of people are more negative than they are positive. Um, I've been a witness to that. I even acted in negative energy before, made movements in negative energy before, and let me tell you, the results of that shit is not pretty. Okay. Um, Sometimes you have to learn in your walk, in your spiritual walk, that you got to learn how to pick your battles. I heard somebody a long time ago say, I'm very wise at picking my battles. And I think the only reason why I'm wise at picking my battles is because sometimes there is a lesson or a message in some things that happen to the point that once it had whether it could be a problem or a solution, once it has come to its height, and I'll be like, okay, maybe I just need to let that go. Or I'll deal with this another time. Or is that really how they truly think about me? Or hmm, have I examined myself well enough for this situation? And then it could be, at times, it could be that at that moment, it just had to happen. It couldn't happen any other way because that was the only way it could have happened. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like, how do I approach each situation? Like I got a young man at work. I swear, this young man has a rebuttal for everything. Like he really know his shit. And I'm not saying he don't, but his movement with his actions make me question who he is as a young man. You get what I'm saying? Because one minute you talking to me about spiritual journey, and when I go to ask you certain questions about your journey, it's always a complex explanation. I try not to give complex explanations when I'm face to face with people. I try to give you simple ideology by using simple situations. And this young man can't give me a straight answer. That's not being judgmental. This is being able to sit down, observe, and listen. Okay? Because we don't always know it all. Like I had this thing with like my baby mama, because she's very wise at certain spiritual things, right? And I always tell her, I'll be like, how come you can't just get to the point? How come you can't just, and I'm beginning to realize how she has gotten information, right? It may be frustrating to me only because I don't understand it at that moment, or I didn't come across that information and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what does she mean by this, right? And it'll get frustrated until it get to the point where she know that, okay, let me break it down in this field for him to understand. And let me be honest, being able to explain things to people that are, you know, that are woke can be difficult. Because the mind, after we have awakened, is not fully developed. Like it is true, we only use 20% of our brain. You know what I'm saying? We not thinking, we not reading, we not researching, we not at full capacity. So when our ancestors, and even with God, even with Jesus, giving us wisdom, sometimes we can't take it all in all at one time. You get what I'm saying? And so the burden of that can be uh and the reason why I say it's a burden, because we carry the load, you know, people like us, we carry the load of wisdom of the things that we have been shown and taught and constantly being shown. And then you have to also think about the fact that we have to unlearn everything that we have already learned, which everybody's going to have their tower moment or tower moments in life, but have to understand that you have to rebuild the structure of the foundation of knowledge so that you could be one with oneself, you know, learning how to clear the chakra system from within, because what the kingdom of God is within. and understanding that in order to be truly uh, one with source, you'll have to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? But learning how to navigate through the energy of helping others. It can be a task. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be so draining to help other people even understand wisdom and knowledge to the point you don't even want to talk no more. You just want to let it go. You'd be like, okay, next subject. you know, sometimes I'll even be real with you. Sometimes it's hard listening to someone else's wisdom when it could be sounding like they're tearing you down, like you don't know nothing. you know what I'm saying? Um, Another level it could be when people need healing. When people need healing, including yourself, you might see something within them that needs correcting, needs a touch. You know what I'm saying? A spoken word to that situation, right? Yes, it's hard to listen to other people that do have wisdom because what worked for you worked for you. This is a different situation, right? In thinking, okay? Because a lot of times we be like, okay, that situation worked for you. A lot of times people combat wisdom. They fighting against it instead of sitting back, sitting down and really listening. Even I have an issue with that. You know what I mean? So, yes, it's a task. Um, it's a task even being, and I don't want to say it's a task, really, or a chore, because I don't want you to get the wrong uh, uh, context of this. It's basically building strength spiritually because you got to know your strengths, got to know your length, you got to know your width, um, you got to know your height because you got to understand something. The more and more in the practice of spirituality, learning how to be one with God, okay? Because most people truly believe that you're separated from God. You're not separated from God. God has never left you since the day you was born. Okay. Even and I get it. Most people will bring that scripture up. You was born and shapen in iniquity. You was born in sin. Okay. That's the simple teaching of trying to get someone to change. That's a simple form. But the more depth is um learning that you are never separated from God. Um Meaning you have to tear down the most religious belief of your life to be able to get the level of understanding of what you have been taught. Like a lot of people think because you got to have a core belief, right? People don't believe in challenging the belief that has been taught to them. Like, go on and do your own research. Like, go get a thesaurus. Like, go get a Webster's dictionary. Go get you a Hebrew dictionary or an what's another language? Aramaic dictionary. You know what I'm saying? And look up words and phrases to the point that now you're truly understanding the true depth of what was given in the word or by the spirit. People are so set on the core beliefs of religion that when a person is calls themselves a spiritualist, first thing that ring through their head is, oh, you the devil. No, you not a devil. If I say I'm a spiritualist, I evolve myself with everything that is God and with the universe and with the grounding of this earth. Okay, you got to remember there is you're made of a negative and positive charge. You don't even realize that. You don't realize it because you're not being taught. The only thing you taught is that Jesus is God and that we should obey God in the name of Jesus. But not really realizing that as you go into the depths of these scriptures, even the gospel, the gospel is teaching you how to be spiritual, not just following in the footsteps of a man that did the whole thing and ascended. Because even Jesus said, greater works than these shall you do. He wasn't just talking about walking on water, changing the water into wine, raising the dead, healing the sick, casting out demons. He wasn't just talking about that. It's much deeper than that. So realizing how to live spiritual. Jesus talks about it through the whole gospel. And what you have to give up in order to be the very thing even Jesus was. That's what they don't tell you in church. But people think it's the other way around. Jesus even himself said, save yourself. Save yourself. But the first thing people will say, well, you took that out of context because he said, save yourself from this untoward generation. Save yourself from this energy, this negative energy. What we call Satan, the devil, whatever it is you call evil, save yourself. People can't take that because, well, that's not what the Bible say. Why don't you sit down, reread that scripture, reread it, go on a fast for a week, okay? And while you on that fast for a week, ask God, what's the meaning of this? And is there more than one interpretation of this, of understanding of this? Because people don't go no further than religious. And there's some people that feel like, oh, that they are speaking the truth, but they're being more religious than the people that are actually taking the time to build the relationship with the spirit realm to understand what the parables and the lessons truly mean. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, having having these abilities to be able to help others is not easy. And being able to uh, speak wisdom or speak healing into someone else's life as much as you speak healing and salvation to your own life. It's not the easiest. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, let me put it like this, not everybody's spiritual 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Let me tell you that. That right there itself would tell you, you got to be able to enjoy life, be in a good energy. But let me tell you something, learn how to balance yourself in between energy. That would be different. Learning how to, not even just in between energy, learn how to flow with the flow. And that is not easy. You get what I'm saying? Um, well, at this moment, I tell you what, let's take a quick break. I'll be back, okay?
Maybe I'm dreaming.
I guess I'm stressing cause this pen won't work. Can't try to force it, it's important that I stay the course. I see these forces getting bigger and I want some more. See what I'm saying is how deep is at the rabbit's hole. Don't wanna fall for it. I keep that lucid fluid, not what you used to newness. The first take, no Stephen A. So it's no debate on who it's on the premises. My mic amps the feeling of emphasis that my lyrics give. I came in through the front, so I'm sure somebody witnessed it. I solo roll heavy, but I'm never alone. I got these voices in my head, they won't leave me alone. I take sips of the potion, try to ease my dome. Me and my money talked to me, told me give me some more. Plus my gun say he ready, but it ain't that time. Besides he say he only really for protecting what's mine. They told me God say he love me, but I just don't know. I done broke so many laws, I ain't sure I can go. So I practice patience while I'm combating Satan's legions of lost souls, trying the best to stop progression, but I will never let them. I stay a step ahead and outmaneuver and set my trap with secret weapon. Never, not for a second, they would've never guessed him. The tall, awkward, skinny one in the back would make them break their neck like that.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Sitting in the room, sinners, steadily seeking for the truth, motivated by feeling the pain that we would do. We congregate, handshakes as some of us blow the latest gas. I take my turn and then proceed to keep on giving that melody of mayhem, mixed with tribal drums. The pulses in my heart while I think of these conundrums. I know my destination, I see it quite clear. I see in the darkness right before the light clears.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
I'm red tighten on the mic, sending shots at your soul. I'm the sultan of soliloquy that'll make you lose control. Man, I'm hard but I'm fair. See, I'm the left and the right. I'm the rhythm to the melody that's between your girls. See, I go hard in the paint and it ain't no backing down. I like to look them in the eye right before I put them down. See, I'm the wolf in the hen house. You can feel it in the room. My pulse is magnetic, they can't help but get in tune. I'm the ripple in the pond that turns into a wave. I crush your little movement the minute I step on the stage. I'm the monster in the midway that's come to spread a sound. You won't see me in the day, but at night you'll hear the howl.
Maybe I'm dreaming.
Caught myself speaking to you, speaking with you, and the mic was not on. No, again. I'm so sorry. So whatever I was saying, hey, I guess it didn't count. I thought I was really saying so. I'm sorry about that. That went on for a good, what, 5 minutes probably. And then there they go. Your mic's not on. uh, I guess in all, when you get to the place of, in your spiritual walk, your spiritual journey with God, uh, with your ancestors, going through your meditations, your daily prayer, your daily affirmations, it gets to a point that you really have to understand that, okay, everything's working out for is good, but also learn that there is a balance. That balance is not always easy. Having spiritual strength takes time, you know, and sometimes you don't even know that you're spiritually strong yourself. And now you won't really know it until somebody else pinpoints it out for you, or when God really just whispers in your ear and says, "You have strength, and my grace is sufficient." You know, you wonder, you know, let me tell you, sometimes it's good to lash out. You may not agree with that because people have been holding in anger. Not everybody know how to release anger the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Bible talks about be angry and sin not. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know how to do it without, you know, doing damage or doing too much damage, I should say. Because, there's times we'll get out of pocket. And it would take probably somebody or something to put us in check and say, hey, get your shit together. Because I'm not liking this version of you. You know what I mean? I guess all in all, be aware of those that are spiritually strong. Sometimes take the time out to reach out and ask them, are they all right? And if not, ask them, do they care about uh even sharing? Be genuine about it, you know, because you don't know the agenda of people at times, and you don't know the agenda of other people. What even if they extend a helping hand or an ear to just listen. Sometimes a person just wants you to listen to them and not even giving them not giving a solution. Most people listen to people to give the answer. And 9 times out of 10, the person don't want an answer. They just want someone to listen to their heart because they've been holding on to whatever it is that they've been holding on to for so long. And finally, someone understood the assignment to just listen. And not only to listen, that after you hear what they have to say, give it to God and let it go. As a good friend, Why? Because it's not for you to spread to another individual. That's why you have too many people. You have too many people out here that love to gossip about people's business, right? So once you become that shoulder to cry on spiritually, to sit down and listen and be understanding, pray for that individual, meditate for that individual, or give that individual uh give the individual that is speaking some affirmations that would help them along the road from there. Does that make sense? So, in my closing, be mindful of those that are spiritually inclined. They're warring. Their war is much different than yours. Let us be mindful of that. And like we don't know what other people are going through, let us be mindful of the energy that we carry for one another, because you never know when a person is just ready to pop. Does that make sense? And what I mean by pop, I mean pop in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because not people are looking for healing. People are looking for healing, but at the same time, they're not listening for it to heal. It's not just so much the seeking, the finding. Some people are not ready to wake up to the truth of things versus wake up to the lie of things. You know, there's a lot of people that still want to live in their lie versus living in their truth. All right. I hope that was helpful today, because, you know, Spirit been on me about learning how to be, more vulnerable. And I think me doing, me doing um, social media and being a social media content creator, there's levels to this that I have to learn, even within my own energy, and how to take advantage of there's an opportunity for me to speak about something that not only that I go through, but that someone else that's probably going through something similar could uh could help them advance to the next level of their spiritual journey. All right. May God be blessed, be with you. Peace and blessings to all. Take the time out to like, comment, and share. To my Facebook family, much love and respect to y'all. To my TikTokers on TikTok, thank you very much for tuning in and receiving me as a brother that is on a mission and being a social content creator and giving you different perspectives. All right. Um, for me, this is not just a practice. This is something I actually live, because I thrive in the elevation of my own learning, and learning that my energy, even my energy and my well-being, still needs healing, and healing is forever. Okay. Y'all enjoy your day. Be blessed. Let God be your forward guard. Let your ancestors protect you as well. And don't forget to do your affirmations today, okay? Because you're well and highly blessed, y'all. Love you.
Dealing with
There you go. Oh, now you gonna play? Playing good all day. Now you want to take forever.
Running background checks cause I'm cautious.
Really?
It ain't hard to tell that I love being me. Thinking dating nowadays is exhausting. I'm on a natural high, not trying to come down. Just passing through, not trying to stop now. Love to see the smiles on my loved ones' faces. Then after my shows, it's back to the basics. From phone bills to car notes and insurance. Fueling my gas tank and bridge clearance. Repping currency kings. Write it down, take a picture, a copy and paste. Haters are hating my ground.
Tune setting, upgrading your vocals to high quality sounds. A formulation, as it goes for Jana Blackwell.
Been lost in this world trying to find myself. Saying, Lord, can you hear me? I need your help. Lost a few loved ones in my life. Trying to raise my kids and teach them right. Rent is sky high, trying to lose my pride. It's warm in my heart, but it's cold outside. Hard to survive, it's not like the 80s. I guess in my dreams I can get that Mercedes. Way over my head, gotta stay focused. Gotta pay this rent or get a 30-day notice. Cause it's a cold, cold world. Gotta guard yourself, be on your P's and Q's.
Heart and soul, diva of the Bay Area. As you know, it's tune setting. As we bring it through Jana Blackwell.
Da, da, da.